Welcome to Clydesdale Media. Fueled by C4, Cellucor, and Extend. Use the code Clydesdale to get 20% off at checkout at c4energy.com. The 2023 season series with some amazing athletes. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notifier so you're first to know when new episodes are available. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Clydesdale Media Music. We are back. It's been a while off. We've been off so long that our last guest was the same guest we have tonight.
I was wondering it was just like last week. I was thinking, man, I wonder when he's going to start those music shows again. But I just figured you've been so busy with semifinal stuff.
Yeah, it's been crazy. And I don't know, I might be a fool doing it during games month, but we're going to try it. Because I'm having a hard time getting guests because we're getting so close to games.
Yeah.
So I think like this might be something refreshing as opposed to like stressful.
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know our guest, it is the person known as ACR, Alyse Carr-Ridao. What's going on?
I was thinking just yesterday, I wonder who gave me the ACR. I was trying to pinpoint it. I wonder if anybody in the chat know, like who actually started it.
Yeah, I've only saw it in the chat, and I know you guys have like side discords and chat groups, and because I've been with people in that group over semifinals, and I see their phone blow up all day.
Yeah, I have mine on Do Not Disturb all the time.
Yeah. I couldn't believe how much, like, I think Rosie View said like she'll look down and there'll be like 47 messages.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's like she has to take it in waves.
Yeah. So I go in and like try to catch up.
What's it like being a part of a group like that?
It's cool. I mean, it's crazy. You feel like you know everybody. And yet I've not met like any of them in real life, but you feel like like they're good friends.
Yeah, I think that's been the crazy thing is through semifinals, I got to meet a good handful. Mm-hmm. So it started at Wadapalooza. I met Bruce. I met Heidi. I met Will. And then at semifinals, of course, Jamie and Rosie View. I know her by her real name, and it's hard for me not to use that. And then I met them in Orlando, and then Wad Zombie in Pasadena. It's just been a blast getting to know everybody.
Yeah, and that's only just like that's just a handful. There's so many of us from all over.
So Kenneth says he said that the ACR sounds like a Jamieism.
Yeah, it might have been. I really could not remember.
And then Jeff Bayoko says hi, Alyse.
Hey, Jeff.
So what we're doing tonight is we are counting down the top 5 songs, and this was a very loose definition that made you feel like America, that made you feel America, made you feel patriotic, whatever it was that made you feel like patriotism on this holiday. Uh-oh, someone's calling Alyse.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Someone made
me call you?
Yeah, my sister called me.
Didn't you tell her you're a Hollywood star now? And
I put it on personal. I thought that would keep anything from going through, but I'm not used to this type of stuff. So
yeah. Well, so that's what this list is about. We're going to try something new tonight. We're going to try to play clips of the songs, and we're going to see if YouTube will let us keep the episode up.
Hopefully.
And if they let us keep it up, all good. I'm also going to throw out the live call-in number. So if anybody wants to join in, make comments about what we're saying, you can call in to that number and be on the show as well. And this is just the beginning. I'm going to bring back some CrossFit celebrities to do some of these, but I'm going to bring more people like Alyse and Jeff and Ken and Damien and Bruce and all those people. I want to bring you guys on to do these as well. My hope is every other time. Like we go celebrity, then we go listener, celebrity, listener.
That's cool. That's a good plan, I think.
Yeah, and then I get to meet everybody.
Yeah, one at a time. And it's a lot of music. You'll get to cover all different genres
and I let the guests pick, other than tonight. Tonight I because it's the holiday, I told them what we were doing. So, but generally,
it was pretty broad. It was harder to make this list than the last one.
Yeah. All right. So, did you have a good day? You said you just did a 32-minute EMOM.
Yeah.
I had a great day.
You did? What'd you?
Can I tell you? There's some times where you like do an interview with someone, and when you're done, you're like, "Damn, I hit it out of the park."
With Hannah?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I felt that way walking off.
Good. That has to be a good feeling.
Yeah, because I don't get that very often. I'm really myself.
I guess you would have to be to have growth, but yeah, someone like me, I look at them and I'm like, I would hope that you would feel good about almost all of them, if not all of them, but for you to grow, it's probably good to have a little bit of that, hard on yourself mentality.
Usually I feel like I left something on the table. Like I should have asked one more follow-up or something like that. Today, I didn't even get to all the stuff I wanted to. And she's agreed to come back. So that's what's super cool.
That's great. You don't see her on a lot of stuff either where she's newer. So she probably appreciates you having her on, she's probably still on that.
Yeah. She told me I think it was off air that the interview I did with her in Pasadena, like the 60-second interview I did with her coming off the floor, was the first time she's ever been interviewed.
Wow. You got a lot of, you and Jamie and Cheryl got so many interviews. I don't even know how you guys did it. Like,
yeah,
I know some of them were just like minute-long clips, but it's still like everybody's coming off, and it's like you would think you could catch like one or two before they're all just out of there. And you guys just you guys were on fire.
So behind the curtain, so Cheryl and Jamie did it in Orlando, and I was more behind the scenes, which is what I needed to be there. And I did some video stuff, which will be in the Carol Prevost documentary as soon as I get that put together. But in Pasadena, Jamie and I were out there for every heat. We are the only media company that's out there for every heat.
Oh, so that's why.
So then heat 1, we go grab X and Y. Heat 2, same thing. And basically what we say is in Pasadena, pretty much I let Jamie pick who she wanted to get. And then I took whoever was left. Because I've done it for 3 years and I wanted her to have the experience to get whoever she wanted. So, so then you hustle and then hope they say yes. If they say yes, you both grab your interview. If they say no, you quickly pivot to somebody else.
Yeah.
And then our plan is 2 questions tops.
That will keep, I think that short and sweet will keep them saying yes.
Exactly.
You're keeping them just long enough that they're getting the exposure, but not too long.
Exactly. That's exactly it. So Nick says, who's the gorgeous chick on here with Scott?
Wad Zombie. I got your shirt on, Wad Zombie.
She does. And then I always have him right there.
It was like Wad Zombie or Vindicate. I thought I wore Vindicate last time, but then I got to thinking, I don't think I did. I think I just had like a random black shirt on. I don't know.
Yeah. Nick is one of my favorite people now in the world. I just love that dude.
He take care of you and Jamie in Pasadena.
Oh my gosh. He brought us the best breakfast burrito I've ever had in my life. And then his mom made us cookies.
Wow.
Yeah.
Spoiled.
Yeah. You need to try this media train. It's pretty good. And then so yeah, let's go ahead and get started, and we'll try to play the clips, and I will let you go first. We'll start at 5.
Okay.
We'll go to 1, and then we'll do our honorable mentions.
Okay. My number 5, which some people might not think patriotic at first, is Spirit in the Sky by Norman Greenbaum. But the reason it always makes me feel patriotic is because of it's from one of my favorite movies, Remember the Titans. And I don't know, just something about that movie. So it's not necessarily a patriotic song, but it makes me feel that way.
Makes sense. So here we go. We're going to try it. And maybe. Little psychedelic music. Stop. Forward. And that is Spirit in the Sky.
You like that? You like that movie?
Yeah, I did. Love that movie. It's a tearjerker though. It's hard. So I've probably only watched it once.
Really?
Just like Kenneth, Remember the Titans made me cry as a teenager. I get it. Wad Zombie. Ooh, good song. Remember the Titans. It's about unity.
Yeah.
And then Kenneth has a long question we'll address later. Just remind me to do that. We'll do that in a break between songs.
You mean he doesn't want to call in and ask?
Well, it's about third-party media, so it's not music. So we'll do that in between one of our numbers.
Okay.
So I'm going to start mine with a song, and I saw this guy in concert, and didn't think I liked him till I saw him in concert. And when I saw him in concert, I was like, "Dang, he's really good." And it's about the same era that yours song was. And so I'm going to share my screen and we'll go ahead and play this. It is Neil Young, Rockin' in the Free World. My number 5. And George Bush Sr. was famous for saying, 1,000 points of light, not going to do it. And 1,000 points of light comes from the song. And every time he would say that in the song in the concert, there was like 1,000 white lights coming on that went out over the crowd. And it was crazy.
I just like the haircut.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
And you can tell by the video he was very political. Still is to this day. Yeah. Neil Young is very political. And he hated the fact that his song was used in political messages. But it's patriotic to me. I love freedom. Rocking in the free world. Number 5 for me. And we're still live, so that's good.
Am I echoey for you?
You are not.
Okay,
If
good.
it's echoey, it's my soundboard to you.
Okay. Do you want my number 4?
I do.
Fortunate Son by CCR.
I actually debated on this one whether it was patriotic enough for me.
Well, I had quite a few on my list that I'm like, that's not really patriotic, but for some reason when I play it, I just feel America.
True. Have you ever heard the Foo Fighter version with John Fogerty?
If I have, I don't remember it. You can play that version though if you.
It's actually very similar. No, I'll play the original. They don't have a video, so it's just going to be the lyrics. And here we go.
Some folks are born made to wave the flag. Ooh, they're red, white, and blue. And when the band plays hail to the chief, ooh, they're pointing a cannon at you. No, it ain't me. It ain't me. I ain't no senator song. It ain't me. It ain't me. I ain't no fortunate born. No.
And that's Fortunate Son by
I think
CCR.
CCR was actually like anti-government.
Oh yeah. This is a Vietnam protest song for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's in Forrest Gump when they're in Vietnam, they play this song. It's funny how many of these, like all these songs have been in movies.
Yeah.
So far. What's funny, Alyse, is I think it was like 4 years ago, John Fogerty, who is the lead singer of CCR, played the fireworks in one of our suburbs here in Columbus.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on the 4th of July, he played Dublin is the name of the suburb, and he played the fireworks that night. And actually, Ann Wilson from Heart is playing them tomorrow night.
Do you go? Do you go watch?
We've gone before. I don't know if we'll go this year, even though Heart is like my wife's favorite band ever.
Mm-hmm. Well, you guys should go.
It's to get a seat where you can see. You had to have like bought tickets a while ago.
Oh, yeah.
So
Anyway. You
anyway,
had to sit pretty far back, but you could still hear it though.
Yeah. So our friends actually live within earshot.
Ooh, that'd be a good idea.
So we've been in their backyard and listened to the concert sometimes, which is fun too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, catching up on the comments, Vietnam time is so wild, both patriotic and anti-American all at the same time. Couldn't agree more. Fortunate Son, if you don't picture a helicopter flying over the jungle, I don't think we could be friends. And then Eric has asked if we've gotten to Ray Charles yet. He has not been mentioned yet. No, Eric. So my number 4, let me look at my list again. Okay. Is someone who has been mentioned in the chat already. And when I was a kid, my mom had this album, this soundtrack on vinyl, and I would listen to it all the time. And it is from a movie called The Jazz Singer. And it is Neil Diamond, America.
Okay.
And I
don't think I've heard that.
I would play it and sing it all the time. So Neil Diamond has been mentioned by the chat. Time to see him on YouTube. Here we go. I'm going to fast forward.
We've been traveling far without a home, but not without a star. Free, only want to be free. We huddle close, hang on to a dream. On the boats and on the planes, they come into America, never looking back again. They come into America. Home.
So that is Neil Diamond, America. Yes, Kenneth, I've seen Saving Silverman. Yes, great movie. Great movie.
I think you could get one of those snazzy outfits.
Yeah, the tight pants and the glittery shirt and a little scarf to go with it.
Yeah.
So I used to do a Neil Diamond impersonation because I would sing with him so much as a kid that I would like sing like him.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try it real quick.
Okay.
On the boats and on the planes, they're coming to America. How's that?
That wasn't bad. Maybe you have a career in impersonation.
Yeah, there you go. James W., I'm so glad these episodes are back. I was listening to the Goo Goo Dolls the other day and was wondering when these episodes were coming back. I'd love to hear Jamie's take on Matchbox 20. Well, I have promised Jamie it's a country guy. She's going to kill me. Wait, what? No. Wallen?
Wallen Jennings? Or
No.
wait.
No. She's going to kill me. Anyway, he's a big guy now. Morgan Wallen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a little controversial, I think.
Yeah. And I don't know country at all. So she made me listen to him on the road. So now I know some of his stuff, but I got to do that one too.
Did you like it?
It was good. It was good. It was more like Americana, like what I would think like John Mellencamp, that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
In like pure country. So I was okay with it. So that is our 5 and 4. I will go back and now answer Kenneth's question. If I can, there it goes. So Kenneth says, Scott, your idea of CrossFit outsourcing their media to third-party channels, media like you guys, needs to gain some traction. It would be a win-win-win and so easy not to get off topic. I completely agree. I think with all the people in the space now, you can get some really doggone good coverage with the third parties. The thing that prevents us from getting what we need is the fact that CrossFit blocks us from access to certain things so that they can cover it, but then they don't ever release it. So that's what sucks. They get all the good shots, all the good behind the scenes, but then they never release it.
Yeah.
And then Barry McCockiner asks, Alyse, did you get your workout in today? Which we already did that. And so there we go. Now we will go on to Alyse's number 3.
My number 3 is ROCK in the USA by John Mellencamp.
Well, you know what's really ironic? That is my number 3.
Really?
It is.
He's an Indiana boy.
So we have matched. So we will
What do we get? Do we win a prize or?
We don't get anything, Alyse. All right, here we go.
My sister again.
Man, tell her you're famous now. All right. So there's no official video out on this. So I'll have to go with another lyrics one. But here we go.
Come from the cities and they come from the smaller towns. And beat up cars with guitars, drummers go crack, boom, bam. R-O-C-K in the USA, R-O-C-K in the USA, R-O-C-K in the USA, yeah. Back in the USA.
That's the first time we've met. You're muted.
I am. I have not muted in weeks. I was under the weather last night, so I had this little bit of cough right in the back of my throat.
I didn't know. I saw that you were under the weather, so I was waiting to see if you were going to message me to postpone.
Yes. Yeah, I feel much, much better today. I think it was food poisoning. We were with my daughter in Pittsburgh, and on our way out of town, we got caught up in traffic in Pittsburgh. We got out and just stopped at a McDonald's and grabbed something quick to get us home. And I was sick ever since I ate that. So, and I don't eat that kind of stuff anymore. So it's hard.
Yeah, might just been that, like where you haven't had it for so long.
Yeah. So, but I had the shakes last night. Like I could not go on the air last night. Today, much, much better. So Indiana boy, do you guys celebrate him as an artist in Indiana or?
I don't know if they do up. He's from like Seymour, which is north of me a little bit. So I don't know if they do up there, but not down here. I've never seen anything. He actually went to college in Vincennes, which is only like 35, 40 minutes from me. So that's kind of cool.
So Kenneth says that Dad was a big John Mellencamp guy growing up. Eric says, who else just shotgunned a Budweiser? Next time I'm on mute, man, he says, just take over ACR.
Well, I guess.
So yeah,
people have spoken.
Yeah, I actually love John Mellencamp. He became big when I was in junior high, high school. So like I fell in love with him when he was just John Cougar, then John Cougar Mellencamp, and now just John Mellencamp. So
yeah.
So he's amazing. I actually have this album on vinyl. And I love it. So
wow, that's cool. That'd be a good one to have. It's got so many of his albums have like a lot of good songs.
Yeah. So I have 2 of his on vinyl. And they're my 2 favorite albums. It's this one and Pink Houses. So yeah, love both of those. With that, I guess we get to skip right to number 2, since we both had this one.
My number 2 is American Girl by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
That is a great song. I looked at that one. I did not put it on my list, so we're not going to map.
I mean, it's not like super patriotic, but it has America in it, and I like it.
I love it. It's a great one. Here we go. Going to share it with the audience. Let's go live. Maybe the live version has a better chance. Another.
Well, she was an American girl, raised on promises. She couldn't help thinking that there was a little more life somewhere else. After all, it was a great big world with lots of places to.
I'm trying to get to the chorus.
Oh yeah, all right. Take it easy, baby. Make it last all night. She was an American girl.
So there's Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers with American Girl. That's a good one.
Make you want to play the air drums?
More like air guitar for me, but sure.
Or air guitar. I'll do drums. You can do guitar.
There we go. We'll have a whole air band. So that's a
Can't
great
mess
one.
up that way.
No, not at all. So I love Tom Petty. I love that pick. Do you feel patriotic when you play it?
Yeah. But like
Have
I
you
said, there's a lot of songs that like are rock songs or country songs that it's like I feel patriotic and then I'm like thinking about the lyrics and I'm like, this isn't really that patriotic.
Yeah. Well, some of my honorable mentions are very much like on the cusp of, is it really patriotic?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with my number 2. And it's old school country. And again, I got a chance to see this guy in concert before he passed away. So I was excited. And I grew up outside of Pittsburgh. And he mentions Pittsburgh in the song. But he says Pittsburgh Steeler fan, even though I wasn't a Steeler fan. I was so pumped that he said Pittsburgh. So with it, I am going to play Charlie Daniels in America.
Every good American's mind right now, there's what's happened in New York and Washington a couple of weeks ago. And there's a lot of people saying that America's fixing to fall.
It is.
But speaking just for me.
Okay, let's try one more.
Well, the eagle's been flying slow, and the flag's been flying low, and a lot of people saying that America's fixing to fall. But speaking just for me, and some people from Tennessee, we got a thing or two to tell you all. This lady may have stumbled, but she ain't never failed. And if the Russians don't believe that, they can all go straight to hell. We're gonna put her feet back on the path of righteousness, and then God bless America again. And you never did think that it ever would happen again. In America, did you? You never did.
Well, you can't think that's not patriotic. And it has a lot of what's going on in our country today, right?
Yeah.
Flag's been flying low, things are stumbling, but God, we never fell, and hopefully we get our shit back together.
Yeah.
So with that, Eric, yes. Eric, is Star Spangled Banner too obvious of a pick? I don't know what Alyse's number one is. It was too obvious for me. I did not go traditional. There's no Yankee Doodle Dandy on here. There's no God Bless America for me. But I don't know what Alyse picked for number one. We got to wait and find out. Kenneth says, controversial pick, The Working Man by Rush. I actually made it a rule for myself that all of my artists had to be from the United States. If I'm going to make a patriotic song, an America song, then it had to be an American singing the song.
I didn't even think about that.
And Manny, I always liked It Ain't Even Done With Tonight by John Cougar.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Love that song. Just didn't fit the bill for tonight. So.
Well, speaking of,
we have the number
John
one.
Mellencamp. He's also my number one, Jack and Diane.
You are going double Indiana boy.
Yeah.
So let's pull that up. If I could spell. So here we go. Again, we don't have the official video for this one, but I will play the lyric version. So here we go.
Little ditty about Jack and Diane, two American kids growing up in the heartland. Jackie gonna be a football star. Diane's debutante backseat of Jackie's car.
So that is Jack and Diane by John Cougar Mellencamp. And only Alyse would pick a song about a young teenage couple getting busy in the back of a car as a patriotic American song.
Well, I didn't think about it that way. It just makes you feel about like growing up in America.
Yeah, it does. It's very, very patriotic. So yeah, I love that song. One fun fact about that, you realize there's no drum beats in that song.
No, I didn't.
Only clapping.
Yeah, I can hear the clapping.
Yeah, John at the end of the production, he was clapping to hear the beat, and he asked them to remove the drums, and he liked the song better without the drums.
Oh, that's cool.
And so yeah, that song has no drums in it, just claps, which I find really cool because you don't really even notice it unless you're told.
I could hear the claps, but I would have also thought there were drums in there, just if you would have asked me.
Yeah, very cool. So my number one is a bit off, but it is one of my favorite songs of all time. And it is a song by the incomparable David Lee Roth. And it is a song called Yankee Rose. And that song, you have never heard Yankee Rose?
I don't think so. I don't recognize it by the title anyway.
Alyse, you're about to be blown away.
Okay.
Are you ready? So I'm going to fast forward to the cool part of the video.
On earth! Not in my store, you don't.
Ooh, my friend. I always hang out with two of them because it's better for conversation. See if there winds up being any. I don't have to be involved. Forget it. Oof. It's humid in here tonight, isn't it, girls?
Give me a bottle of anything and a glazed donut. To go. Well, let me roll up onto the sidewalk and take a look. Yes. Whoa! She's beautiful. I'm talking about a Yankee Rose. And she looks wild. Are you ready for the new sensation? Well, here's a shot going round the world. All you bathroom boys salute when her flag unfolds. Well, guess who's back in circulation? Now, I don't know what you may have heard, but what I need right now is the original Good Time Go. So that is Yankee Rose by David Lee Roth. Thoughts?
Does it make you feel patriotic?
Nothing makes me feel more patriotic than assless chaps and that guitar.
Yeah. And just some rock music.
So it goes on to say, like, this girl is firecracking on the 4th of July. No sad song salute, the whole bit. So it gets into like some more patriotic stuff, but it's just fun, right? Like, the 4th of July should be fun. When I was a kid, we launched fireworks, we drank beer, we listened to music like this. And so this is what makes me feel fun on the 4th of July.
Yeah. It's nostalgic.
It's the best. So, and because Wad Zombie is asking for more fun facts. When this album came out, Van Halen broke up. This was David Lee Roth's first album as a solo artist after the highly successful 1984 album with Van Halen. Van Halen did their own thing with Sammy Hagar. They both launched at the exact same time. David Lee Roth put together an all-star band to see if he could take down Van Halen. And there are some people that argue that this David Lee Roth album is better than the 5150 album of Van Halen.
Which one do you like better?
I like 5150 better, but it's really, really close in my book.
Yeah.
There's some really good songs on this album. This was just the first one, and he came out like just kicking ass on song one. And then the other stuff has like a lot more like technique and harmonies and stuff like that in it, which was great. Manny says, get Vindicate on those assless chaps. We will do that.
I'm sure he can do it.
Kenneth says, Scott enjoys his independence. My man. I do. 4th of July should be fun. There's no other country I'd want to live in today than this one. So anyway, I can't believe people have never heard that song. You've never heard that song?
I mean, not that I know of, unless it was just like playing somewhere and I didn't realize, but no.
So the funniest part is the opening of the video is all these people coming into a convenience store asking for the craziest stupid things.
Yeah.
And the last one is him dressed as the native whatever and asking for a bottle of anything and a glazed donut. It was hilarious. It like people's jaws were on the floor when this hit MTV back in the day. That's back when MTV actually played music.
Yeah.
So
what's MTV play now? I haven't seen that in so long.
like New World 72 and The Challenge and 18-year-old pregnant mom, and I don't know. I'm 53, Alyse. I don't really know. So Manny is asking us to recap our top fives. We're going to do an honorable mention list too. So Alyse, go down your top five real quick.
Spirit in the Sky by Norman Greenbaum was my number 5. Fortunate Son by CCR was number 4. ROCK in the USA by John Mellencamp was 3. American Girl by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers was number 2. And Jack and Diane by John Mellencamp was number 1.
There you go. And mine was Rockin' in the Free World by Neil Young. Number 4 was America by Neil Diamond. 3, ROCK in the USA by Mellencamp. In America by Charlie Daniels. And Yankee Rose by David Lee Roth. Number 1. So give me your list of honorable mentions. Those songs that almost made it, but got cut last minute. Like a bad Dave Castro Games in 2000.
So many. I mean, there was like I think of bands like Leonard Skinner or people like Eric Church or Bruce Springsteen, and it's like they have multiple songs that like make me feel patriotic, but then I listen to the song and it's like it's not really that patriotic. But some of the songs I had were Flyover States by Jason Aldean, which is a country song.
Never heard it.
Oh, it's pretty good. I mean, it's country.
Look it up now because
it mentions Indiana too. So I probably should have put it on the list.
States.
Flyover States. Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
A couple guys in first class on a flight from New York to Los Angeles, kind of making small talk, killing time, flirting with the flight attendants. 30,000 feet above could be Oklahoma. Just a bunch of square cornfields and wheat farms, man, it all looks the same. Miles and miles of back roads and highways connecting little towns with funny names.
Okay, I can see where that's patriotic. I'll give you that.
Then I had American Crazy by Brothers Osborne.
You're killing me here.
You didn't hear that one either?
America Crazy.
American Crazy.
All right, here we go. I don't know this one either. You're schooling me.
The same sky, the same clouds, the same dirt, the same ground. We all live and die. The same song, the same beat, the same car, the same street. We run down our dreams on. And we're lost and we're found. We're up and we're down. We're all just American crazy. We're left and we're...
Okay, I like that one. All right. You schooled me. I like that.
Did you? Yeah.
I did.
And then my last one was American Woman by Lenny Kravitz, which isn't really patriotic.
I had that one on my mention too.
It has American in it.
So I said either version, the Guess Who or Lenny Kravitz. I was good with either. But I'll go ahead and share that. Because we both had it on our honorable mention.
The match again.
American woman, stay away from me. American woman, mama, let me be. Don't come hanging round.
Alyse, is that more people getting busy in the back of a car?
I don't know. I can't see it. It's too small.
It was. So there's definitely a theme.
Hey, look at that car, though. That car screams America.
All right. So we matched on that as an honorable mention. Anything else?
Like, just Leonard Skinner, anything really, and then Bruce Springsteen, a few of his.
Yeah,
But it was like too many to.
I couldn't put Born in the USA on this list. It's been so overplayed in my lifetime that if I never heard it again, I'd be okay with that.
Well, he has like Glory Days, and I don't know. There was another one I had on there too, but
yeah, I mean, I get why people would put it on the list. It's been way too much for me. So, Leonard Skinner, I could see that. I lived in the South for 4 years. Yeah, everybody down there thinks that's America.
yeah.
So, and you're right. So on my list, I had 40-Hour Week by Alabama. And it's just talking about the American worker.
Yeah.
And then I had Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus. That was big when my daughter was young. I saw her in concert with my daughter. Great. She performed it incredibly. That was awesome. I also have Ventura Highway by America. How can you not have a list that doesn't include the group America?
Yeah.
So Ventura Highway. And then You Can Still Rock in America by Night Ranger. Firework by Katy Perry.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think about that.
And then All Summer Long by Kid Rock, which is taking a little bit of Skinnerd and modernizing it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, looking at the comments, chicken fried. Everybody wants chicken fried. Why didn't ACR go chicken fried?
Oh, no. I don't really like country. I don't really like country music all that much. I have to be in the mood for it. But chicken fried, come on.
Yeah, Wad Zombie, chicken fried would have been number 1 on my list.
Have you heard that song?
I have. Do you want me to play it?
I don't care.
Let's play it for Nick.
I want someone to call in and sing it, actually.
All right, let me look it up here. Chicken. How about some Zach Brown? I like Zach Brown.
Hey, Pete. You ready for that?
It's not going to play the sound.
Oh, there we go.
You know, well, I'm a chicken fried and cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
So for Nick, a little bit of chicken fried. Kenneth says, Scott, you missed a chance to throw in some Hailstorm with American Boys. I didn't miss the chance. I love Hailstorm, but that one just didn't make my list. Kenneth says, no Katy Perry. Come on, it's firework. It's the 4th of July. But he does say Bad Company, Five Finger Death Punch. So you're talking about the song Bad Company, originally done by the group Bad Company, remade by Five Finger Death Punch. Isn't that the Feel Like Making Love song? You and Alyse are all about getting busy in the back of a car, Kenneth. Come on.
I mean, it's America.
Doesn't get more America than Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy. I'm telling you. Wow. Yeah. And then he comes back with Freebird.
Yeah.
Fat Bottom Girls by Queen. That did not meet my criteria of having to be an American band. We've got Eric with Whiskey Myers Frogman. Don't even know what that is.
I don't know what that one is either.
Is it safe to play on the air?
Oh, yeah.
See? Here we go. A little Frogman.
Came from the country after the bare knuckle fighter. Yeah, I'm an American. UET self diver. Your mind can't conceive all the places I've been to the ends of the earth. Hell and back again, yeah.
All right, there it is, Frogman.
That's pretty patriotic.
That's pretty patriotic. Good pick, Eric. And then Kenneth says Weird Al's got to have a patriotic song somewhere, and it can stay somewhere. There we go. Well, we've done it again, Alyse.
We did. We made it.
We made it. You think it went better with being able to play some clips?
Yeah, that was cool. Because then if someone didn't know the song, like I didn't know your first pick, and you didn't know a couple of my honorable mentions and stuff.
Yeah. And then you kind of get to introduce people to the music. So hopefully they don't block us and take down the video.
Yeah.
So other people can learn about these other groups. And they can learn about assless chaps and getting busy in the back of a car.
I mean, freedom.
Yeah. So with that, like, I don't care if they demonetize me. Like, I'm fine with that. I just don't want them to pull it down.
Yeah.
That's my goal. So you were the test case. We'll see in the next few hours if it gets pulled down. Hopefully not, but this was really fun. And it's always a pleasure getting to catch up with you.
It was fun. We'll have to do it again after you have several others on.
Yeah, we got to get Kenneth on to do a Creed one, it looks like. I don't know. We'll see who else we can get on too. But
I think Jeffrey Birchfield mentioned someone mentioned the Eagles. That's good.
Doing the what?
The Eagles.
So they are notorious for pulling down videos.
Oh, really?
That would be a very tough one to do. You wouldn't be able to do it with clips.
Yeah.
I'd love to do the Eagles. I have a lot of big time favorites with them, but yeah, I watch another music show and he can't even like mention them without them pulling his video.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's
I feel like
notorious.
it would just be free publicity.
So the guy actually put out a video. If you got to go see it. I'm going to recommend it. It's Rick Beato. He does a video where he talks about these notorious blockers and how they're becoming irrelevant in today's music because the younger generation don't go get CDs. They don't get tapes. They don't get albums, and they listen to music like on YouTube and stuff like that. And if you're going to pull down the videos, they're going to become irrelevant.
Yeah.
Because people won't be able to find them anymore. Yeah, Kenneth says anything Warner Brothers gets pulled down pretty quick. And Eric says Rick is amazing. Yeah, he is. Rick Beato, he's a record producer. He does a lot of like why songs are great. And maybe part of the inspiration to this show, in all honesty. But yeah, super cool. Again, thank you everybody for participating in the chat. I love these shows because we get a ton of participation, which is awesome. Next time, maybe we'll get someone calling in to give us beef over the air.
To sing for us.
So to sing. Oh, I just got that. Yeah. They can try to match my Neil Diamond impersonation.
Yeah.
So, well, with that, have a great night, Alyse. Have a wonderful 4th of July. Everybody in the chat, same to you. Have a great 4th of July holiday. And we'll catch everybody next time on the Clydesdale Media Music. Bye.